Well, actually, if you ask me about the frequently of my readings, every day I read, but firstly because of my job required, I read the news at least from the internet, from some magazine as well, journal if necessary. I always reading, even every day. Whenever I'm at the office, maybe most of the time at the office, I read the news, I read some kind of paper or articles where I can, assist me to make a report or some others a job that necessary to my duty. But if you ask me about reading books, for instance, which is beyond of the duty in my office, then I may admit that it's quite rarely, because every day I was so very occupied with my job, with my duty. But only during weekend, maybe I take the time. During weekend I also read books or journals or magazines, that are maybe beyond of my focus in the job. Yeah, I think it is very beneficial to put the note extract, in the. No, but it cannot be done when we read through the internet, for instance, just only for reading with the hard copy. So, but it depends on. I also must admit that I quite rarely to put a note, in the hard copy because unless I read the textbooks, the textbook that I read, I put the note to get more clarification, and when I later on, read the paragraph or the chapter that are relevant to the question that I raised before, and I'm back again to my note. That is something. Or maybe I take a note to my blog note regarding the definition, the concept, from the one that I read from that book. That is very beneficial to put the note, In the later on, you can just see your blog note, a small blog note, and then read again. Oh, this referring to that. So this is something that also I made, Well, actually, the choosing the books, I get access, to the internet. Especially, I'm the member of Indonesian National Library, who provide also with the all the text paperless, from the internet base of books, and some others, sources from the bookstores worldwide, I can, or from other university library. So I just depend on what I think it is relevant to my need, from time to time. Sometimes, I need to know about the situation in my country. So maybe I choose the book relevant to it. For instance, regarding the community development, regarding the socio-cultural changing, in many cities of Indonesia, and even worldwide scene that I may interest, to know about that. I choose that book. But if it is about the like entertainment, I can read only from magazine, very popular magazines, and also just very easy to read, stories, even including the jokes, because in diplomacy there are also, very beneficial to telling jokes, so make the gathering much more productive for it. That is, my reason to choose the books. Well, telling you the truth, I just was, first started to read the book when I just can read, readings, maybe at in the primary school at the third year or fourth year. And when I feel confidence to read book, the first books that I read is about the philosophical stories, Mahabharata. Mahabharata. There's serials, tons of books, serials. But it wasn't in the form of hard copy novel, in one book, but only in the form of comic. In the form of comic, like, many others, school children, students, they read comics also. But the comic that I always love to read is the story about Mahabharata, telling about the fighting to get a much better life, in the futures. In Mahabharata, Pandawa Lima, the 5 heroic, warriors were fight against the 100 Kurawa. This is the story, and then they plunge into the war, 100, because they have of course, from the one sources, their grandfather one, but they divided because of their interest. This is like a greedy groups, but this one is becoming under pressure, always being marginalized, everything. But the 5 being supported by the gods, And one of the personality that I always, admire is Krishna. His name is Krishna because of the personality, kind of wise, the wisdom, very smart in fighting, very tactful, and also sincere, very, like a straightforward, giving always, the solution for best win-win solution, not partially or impartially, doing. But this personality of Krishna became, influencing my style also, and I believe it is also put into my ideas and my character as well, to become more wiser, to become more sincere, to become more like, doing something in a very best solution, to win-win, without kind of hindering some other people, That is maybe one character that I always impress and admire. Well, saying again, if I were become a writer, but I'm not the writer actually, but when I was in high school or in junior high school, I quite often to write the poet, Sometimes we send to the local newspaper, the poet, because that was something that interesting to me. And we had a peer group also, love to write the poet. And when I was in the high school, we set up the theater among our peer, and the script is I write myself, script to play the drama, at school and as well as in the neighborhood community. So, the stories mostly about the teenagers' life, during that time, where the situation in the metropolitan cities is quite challenging for the teenagers. The situation for juveniles, teenagers, one family maybe they becoming influencing into this. But later on, the person who maybe trapped into juvenile, situation condition, they recognize again, and then they will aware of what the bad, behavior that they did, and then will make, the family disturbing and everything, and then aware again back to the family, aware again of the situation. So this is the situation. So that's why I always put the parents, like father or mother, as a heroes, to this family, because of the love giving to the kids, to the children, always without conditions, even though they face the very difficult situation with the kid, were brought into the drugs, or the crimes, and the juveniles, but they always give their love, they care about it, and then later on the kids will be back again to become a good people, good persons. So this is I always put into my script, like this kind of stories. Yeah. Then I think the hero has to be, accredited to the fathers and mothers. Well, again, because I love to read the fictions, the literary, from whether in the beginning of Indonesian independence, post-independence, the artists that I always impress and I admire is the very famous Indonesian poetry. The name is W.S. Rendra. W.S. Rendra, because from the beginning he set up his theaters and also writes, the script, books, and also the poetry. He has idealism. He had the kind of very far-sighted vision in the message of the poetry that he read or he writes, he wrote. And in the drama or theater that they perform with the groups, it's always making a people or community for the best futures. And as you are aware, that situation in the country is a little bit quite, uneasy because of the kind of corrupted, act by the officials, and the community, very much crimes in the cities, big cities. There is maybe while the economic development grew up, raised, but it affected also the situation where the people of country cannot just, living in a very, very safety situation and everything. So this is creating by him as for Indonesian best futures, and he always challenged, the very corrupted officials, the under pressures committee from the undemocratic, act of government, for instance, like that. So this is something that impressed me during that time, and I always follow his style. Our theater also follow his theater styles. So I think he is the one that I may talk to if he's still alive right now. But a few years ago, he already passed away. In his maybe almost closer to 70 years. W.S. Rendra, that is the name. Yeah, of course, because it's relevant to my background. My background is international relations and international economic. Well, from the beginning in university, I read the books, on the international relations. But as I may say that during my university's life, I quite, really to buy books because of unavailability of book, and also our, it's too expensive during that time. So, but I went to the library in the campus or in National Library to borrow books and read it at home or in during my, free times. So we always having that, and it's relevant to my study, and follow it up to my career when I joined the foreign ministry. And I was much dealing with the kind of interaction between countries, and also dealing with the international economic matters. So I had that books in Jakarta in my home, but I brought a few of them here in order I always open in again, the books from international relation, both realism approach as well as idealism approach. We can always see it as a good, sources for us when we deal with interaction among or between states. Well, actually, I may say yes. Why not? Because, of course, there is always, the new kind of features, new because of the technology always growing, always advanced technology they found. The easiest way is now is whenever you go, you can just took your Android and, whether it's an iPad or whatever, you can access to the, but the hard copy is also still be, and popular and common worldwide. What is the difference between hard copy and, of course, the paperless, like from the internet? Of course, it's much heavier to bring the hard copy one. Whenever you go travel in the airline, for instance, you can, but you may. But it's also becoming more frustrated whenever you were sometimes some travel to the resort, for instance, to any countries that you, and then you brought your own Android, for instance, but it hasn't any signal that you can access to. So this is a plus and minus of having both of them, But with the hard copy, you can still bring it to the remote area, to the jungles area, you can still read the book, different with Android or where the internet, access has to be available. So this is, I think, for the future still, because people, I see the people when they travel to the resort, to the remote area, they love, of course, not only enjoying the atmosphere, but also they love read the books. So reading the books in this kind of situation, in this kind of environment, is very closer to, of course, to hard copy rather than the internet-based. Because internet sometimes they just, didn't have any access to the signal. So this is, I think, for the future, hard copy is still be in there, while of course they are growing, producing of this internet-based books also. Well, actually, if I may, because I'm now here in Kazakhstan, I representing Indonesia as an ambassador to Kazakhstan. I always have to make the relationship between Indonesia and Kazakhstan closer and closer, deepen and deepen, enlarge and enlarge also to our mutual benefit. So I always keen to read the history, the progress, read book. And now I several times, I collect a book of President Nazarbayev. I collected the book. When I was still in Jakarta, I received this book from my superior, where he got these books from Ambassador of Kazakhstan in Jakarta. And here also, I also collect other books and other story about history and also cultures of Kazakhstan. But as I said, it's quite uneasy to find the English version regarding the Kazakhstan story, but a few of them, well, I found from the bookstores. I can also collect and read. So now I read the Kazakhstan Way, even though it produced a long time ago, 2008, but it always be relevant from time to time, and of course some others biography of the success story of Indonesians big companies or enterprises in Indonesia. I now also read it in order to get the idea to how they can be successful. So from two of kind of book is always interested me in spending my time reading these books. Well, while I'm here, of course, I must admit that I have to think it over about how relevant it for the Kazakhstan community. First of all, of course, when I from the beginning I arrived here, the first destination that I went after I arrived on 4th of October 2012 to the bookstore. I went to the bookstore in Kevin, in some other shopping centers, but it was a bit frustrated for me when I couldn't find the English version. And when my president came here last September 2013, he asked me also whether there is a book available in English version. Yeah, I cannot say it, for him, but so far, when I read the book, of course, some of the, the very creative artists from Kazakhstan itself. I bought one book, here. I may show you. It's about the customs and also the histories from the steppes. It's very interesting. I may say, give you one, because I don't know I can move or not to bring this. And then, of course, the writings by President Nursultan Nazarbayev himself, very interesting, very impressive, because it's becoming motivating, becoming from the beginning establishment of the independence country to become a very growing fast economic and becoming part of the very important countries in the world. This is maybe for the youngs generation of Kazakhstan has to be see it as a motivating, and also having the idea, because the country can be still survive and then growing, develop well if they be consolidated, in one steps together, in the steps that they work together. That is a vision, perception that make them very solid and becoming more strength, becoming strong enough to become the developed countries in the near future. But the others maybe like other combination fiction and non-fiction, like Fukuyama's books about the futures situation, it is really also they're very interesting that we can read. And some of the novel, I also read, but quite, often I read the novel produced by Indonesians writings authors, because which have, basically with the situation in their own local cultures. Sometimes they have challenging, conflicting in their heart because of the new cultures come into the cities or into the communities, while they have to still defend their own locals. But when they say about modernizing of the community, so that is a kind of, not conflicting, but challenging for this community, how to still defend, but still adaptive to the new values, to the new cultures coming into the community. So this is always interesting me to read, from the writings in Indonesia's artists as well. That is, I may say to you as well.
Thank you very much. To you, Mr. Nestor.
Thank you as well.